So I've said time and time again, guys, and this is a perfect example of what I mean. We've got a limited build phase to get into the crypto market for those killer entries. That build phase is nearly finished now. And we got this killer entry on Shiba Inu. We had the break. We were creating a reversal pattern, an inverse head and shoulders. We got the break of the neckline. We got the break of the main trend. We took out the previous high. That's check, check, check. And on the back of that, Shiba Inu made a move 65% to the upside. So have we topped out on Shiba, and are we likely to get a pullback and a second chance entry, or is it just acceleration from here? Right, we're going to talk about Shiba. We're going to talk about the price, and then we're going to discuss why it is important that you get these build phase entries, guys. Build phase entries. When you're in an accumulation phase, when crypto's boring for everybody else, that's the time that you'd be looking at accumulating. That's when the whales are accumulating, guys. That's when institutions are looking to get into the top cryptocurrencies. So we had a few clues on this chart. This was the build phase on this chart. We were coiling up. We had this long trend here. We were coiling up. That's the higher time frame trend. Once we've broken that, that was giving us higher conviction that we were going to make that big move to the upside because it's a higher time frame trend, but we also had the inverse head and shoulders. It's significant, guys. This neckline here is significant. Once we'd broken this neckline, which coincided with this previous resistance here, once we've broken this neckline, you've got the inverse head and shoulders, you've got the major trend, and you've got the break of the previous high. It's showing so many signals that Shiba was going to move. So if you're looking to get into Shiba now, and you are part of the Shiba army, hit me in the comments if you are part of the Shiba army. Let me know. If you're looking to get into it now, I want this pullback. I want this pullback. Why is it important that I get this pullback? Because it's all about preservation of capital. It's all about keeping the allocation of capital that you've got to be able to use it and to be able to maximize it for the next bull run. Because if you lose the capital, you can't make the gains. For every winner, there's a loser, guys. So just be patient with your entries. It's a 24/7 market. It's always here, guys. Crypto is always here. It might not be pumping all the time like it is now, but there's always a different crypto that hasn't pumped yet. So if we were pulling back here, let's have a look. What we'll do is we'll add 2 risk to rewards on here, and we'll see exactly what needs to happen if we don't have patience and we're FOMOing in, and then if we do have patience and wait. And on that note, guys, I'll be dropping a video either later today or going into tomorrow with the 5 biggest mistakes every new crypto trader makes. Let me give you a stat. 90% of new traders lose 90% of their capital in their first 90 days of trading. That's why it's always good to be careful, guys. Preservation of capital. So let's do it. We're shooting for a long. We're up here now. We're shooting for a long. Where are we going to be shooting for? Let's say we're shooting for the next resistance up here. Where do we protect ourselves? We protect ourselves below the swing low. So we're protecting ourselves below the swing low there. What does that do to our risk to reward? If you've got an entry here, you've got $100 in here. You've got $100 in here, right? You make a move to the upside, 27.34. So that's 127.34. So you've got $100 and then you're wrong. She makes a move to the downside and comes back to test this previous support, nearly 50%. So you lose 50% of your capital because you're putting the stop loss below the previous swing low, and the previous swing low is so far down that you've got to risk that amount of capital to be able to get that much gains. Not worth it. Now what happens if we wait for the pullback and do exactly the same? Wait for the pullback, you're here. You can protect yourself below the previous swing low, and the previous swing low would be here because this would be a higher low. We would be at support. That would be additional confirmation. And if we pull below, we're wrong. We want to be wrong with the least amount of capital. And then we're shooting for the same place, exactly the same target as before. Now, what's this done to your risk to reward? By just having a bit of patience, waiting for the market to cool off, coming back down to this support, it's already turned 8.69%, 8.69 to 1. So what this actually means, guys, 8.69 to 1, what that actually means is if you took this trade and you won one of 8.69 trades, that means that you break even. See what that does to your risk to reward. Be patient, wait for the pullback, What happens if Shiba does something like this? Continues into today, all the way up to resistance, and you wanted to get in here. Would that be good? It wouldn't be good, guys, because when we pull back, you're going to pull back below your entry. And then you're going to be in a loss. You'll be riding the wave for a little bit, and then you'll be pulling back in a loss. Be greedy with your entries. Right, okay, so That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for more of a pullback. We can stick a Fibonacci on here. This is going to be hypothetical Fibonacci levels because we don't know that we've put the high in yet. But if we have put the high in for now, we can pull back. You'd expect to pull back to this golden zone here. Mark it out. This golden zone here, which is sat between 0.0002 to 100 and then 2174. So this area here, between the 618 and this previous resistance level, that makes sense to me. If price pushed up even higher, and you just take your fib up with it, waiting for the 618, waiting for the 618, your higher becomes, your support becomes even higher. So it's all about patience, guys. It's all about waiting. Is it too late to get into SHIB now? It is for me. Is it too late to get into SHIB on the pullback? Looks so much better from a risk to reward perspective. You can protect yourself more. Right, okay, let me know in the comments what you want me to cover next. I'm probably going to do a couple of videos for you going into tomorrow. I've got that big video where you've got 5 of the biggest mistakes that any new crypto trader makes, and that's an important one, guys. I've got a full market review where I've gone through every single crypto within the community. So there's about 30, 40 different cryptos, and there's some amazing targets that's there. Some of them haven't popped yet, so get yourself on there. I'll leave a link at the end of the video.